Hey everyone! Have you ever felt like your brain is a computer that just won't boot up? You've had your coffee, you slept okay, but you're still stuck in this weird, fuzzy brain fog. You forget why you walked into a room, or you feel like your battery is at 5% by noon. Well, today we're talking about a tiny molecule that might be the missing piece of your puzzle, vitamin B12. I know, vitamins can sound like a boring topic, but B12 is actually one of the coolest things in biology. It's the only vitamin that contains a metal, cobalt, and it's basically the lead engineer for your nerves and your blood. We're going to skip the heavy textbook talk and explain exactly why B12 matters, why it's so hard to get into your system, and how to know if you actually need more. Let's get into it. To understand B12, we have to look back about 100 years. Back then, there was a mystery illness that made people very weak and tired. Doctors were stumped. Then they found a bizarre cure. If patients ate a huge amount of raw liver every day, they got better. Now, nobody wants to eat a pound of raw liver today, thankfully. But that discovery showed us that something very powerful was hidden inside animal protein. That something was B12. Here's a fun fact to start with. Plants don't make B12. Animals don't technically make it either. Only tiny bacteria living in the soil or inside an animal's gut have the recipe to create it. Think of B12 like a specialized key. Every cell in your body is like a tiny factory. For that factory to build things, like DNA or new blood cells, it needs the B12 key to turn on the machines. Without it, the factory just sits there, idle. One of the main jobs B12 has is helping you make red blood cells. Think of these cells as tiny delivery trucks that carry oxygen to your brain, your muscles, and your heart. When you don't have enough B12, your body starts making glitchy blood cells. Instead of nice small round trucks that can zip through your veins, it makes these huge, oversized, clunky vans. They're too big to get out of the warehouse, so they just get stuck. This is why a B12 deficiency makes you feel so exhausted. Your body is literally starving for oxygen because your delivery trucks are broken. But B12 isn't just about energy, it's about your nerves too. Think about an electrical cord. It has copper on the inside and a plastic coating on the outside. That plastic is there to make sure the electricity goes exactly where it's supposed to go. In your body, your nerves have a similar coating called myelin. B12 is the worker who maintains that coating. When you're low on B12, the coating starts to wear thin. This is why people feel that weird pins and needle sensation or numbness in their hands and feet. It's like a short circuit in your body's wiring. If you ignore it for too long, your wiring can actually get permanent damage. Now, this is the part where B12 gets a bit annoying. Most vitamins are easy for the body to grab. You eat them and they go straight to work. But B12 is like a high-profile celebrity that needs a full security detail to get through your front door. First, B12 is tightly locked inside the protein of your food, like meat, eggs, or cheese. To unlock it, your stomach needs to be very acidic. If you're taking antacids or if your stomach is a bit older, you might not have enough acid power to unlock the B12. It just stays locked in the food and passes right through you. Then, once it's unlocked, it needs a bodyguard called intrinsic factor. This is a special protein your stomach makes that grabs the B12 and walks it all the way to the end of your small intestine. Only there, at the very end of the line, can the B12 finally enter your blood. It's a long journey. If any part of your stomach or gut is slightly off, the B12 never makes it inside. This is why you can eat a lot of B12 and still be deficient. It's not about what you eat, it's about what you actually absorb. Another reason people get confused is that our bodies are actually really good at storing B12. Your liver acts like a giant warehouse. It can store enough B12 to last you 3 to 5 years. This sounds like a good thing, right? Well, it is, but it's also a trap. If you stop absorbing B12 today, you won't feel it tomorrow. You might not feel it for 3 years, but once that warehouse is empty, you hit a wall. Suddenly, the fatigue, the brain fog, and the mood swings all hit you at once. That's why we call it a silent deficiency. So who should be paying attention? First off, our vegan and vegetarian friends. Since B12 only comes from bacteria found in animal products, it's just not in plants. There's a myth that you can get it from mushrooms or seaweed, but unfortunately, science says those aren't the right kind of B12 for humans. If you don't eat animal products, a supplement is your best friend. Next is anyone over the age of 50. As we get older, our stomachs naturally become less acidic. It's like the unlocking system gets rusty. Many people who think they are just getting older and forgetting things are actually just low on B12. And finally, people on certain medications. If you take metformin for diabetes or pills for heartburn, you should definitely talk to your doctor about B12. These meds are great, but they can make it even harder for your body to grab that B12 key. One thing people don't talk about enough is how B12 affects your mind. Have you ever felt super anxious or down for no reason? B12 helps your brain make the feel-good chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. If your B12 is low, your brain chemistry gets out of balance. It can make you feel irritable, moody, or even depressed.
It's amazing how one little molecule can change how you see the world. If you want to check your levels, don't just ask for a basic B12 blood test. It can be a bit tricky and show that you're fine even when you're not. The best test is called MMA. Don't worry about the long name, just think of it as a waste product. When your cells don't have enough B12, they start producing this waste. If your MMA is high, it's a clear sign your body is starving for B12. It's a much more accurate way to see what's actually happening inside your cells. If you do need a supplement, don't be overwhelmed by the options. You'll usually see two names, cyanocobalamin and methylcobalamin. Cyano is the standard, reliable version. It's stable and works for almost everyone. Methyl is the active version. Some people find it works a bit faster for them. The best part? B12 is incredibly safe. It's water-soluble, which means that if your body has too much, you just pee out the extra. You can't really overdose on it, which makes it one of the safest things to experiment with if you're feeling low on energy. So there you have it. B12 is the silent hero of your body. It keeps your blood moving, your nerves protected, and your brain happy. Whether it's through your diet or a simple daily pill, making sure your B12 levels are on point is one of the easiest ways to get your spark back. If you've been feeling like your engine is stalling, maybe it's time to check your B12. It's a small change that can make a massive difference in how you feel every single day. I really hope this cleared up the mystery for you. If you liked this simple breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps me make more videos like this. And if you have a story about B12 or a question about which supplement to pick, leave a comment below. I would love to chat with you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Stay healthy, stay energized, and I'll see you in the next one.